Hello and welcome to John's Author Diary for the week ending December the 8th, 2019. This week has been disrupted. That's the best way of describing it. My wife and son have been ill. So my son was ill last weekend, and so he was off school on Monday. And then my wife got the same illness. I think it's the illness that I had a few weeks ago, and she's been off all week as well. She went back to work on Friday. So I didn't get anything done towards the Ravenglass Chronicles. What I did do was I did some bitty kind of editing tasks. So I'm about halfway through my second draft of Black Death London. And I've also put the finishing touches to Podcasting for Authors. I've also given my book, The Stoic Writer, a rewrite. So I had to go through and remove the quotes that I'd used, because what it was originally was basically a commentary on quotes from people like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius and things like that. So I removed those quotes and rewrote the commentaries a little bit so they felt less like commentaries and more like just general advice. Now, reading back to what is left and what there is now, it actually works completely fine as a book. So I'm going to get that ready for the editor. Same with Podcasting for Authors, and I've also got Finish Your First Novel with the editor as well. So those 3 books are going to come out hopefully early next year. Now, last week I celebrated my best month ever in publishing. So November 2019 was great for me. I did really well with my book sales. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to treat myself with the money. I don't usually do this when I get money from my books. It usually goes straight back into the business to pay for covers, to pay for marketing, things like that. So what I'm going to do instead is I've got enough money to pay for a family holiday next October. So this is going to be my little token effort, hopefully, to try and alleviate some of the worst symptoms of SAD. So we're probably looking end of October, somewhere in the Canary Islands, somewhere like that, where it's still sunny. It's not going to feel like dreary autumn. So hopefully that'll top up my sunshine. Hopefully mean a better November. I think what I've realised is November is my worst month for the Seasonal Affective Disorder. The depression is pretty hardcore at points, but I think this year I have coped with it better, and I think next year with that holiday, I think that'll give me the boost and everything that I need to kind of get through it. It'll be definitely worth the investment. That's the way I'm seeing it. That's the way I am justifying it to myself. So as well as the writing, I have also been reading some non-fiction books. So I read a book called A History of Video Games in 64 Objects. This was really cool. Got me nostalgic for some of the games from the 90s that I used to play. I was fascinated by the early history of video games. So that was really cool to have a listen to that. I need to remember to give myself permission to read books that don't have something directly to do with my writing. So as well as that, I am reading a non-fiction book called On Killing, which is about the psychological cost of learning to kill for war and society and things like that. So that's a heavy-going book, as I'm sure the title will suggest. I've been on Facebook now for 2 weeks, and what's good is I think in the first few days I found myself reaching for my phone to check it and then stopping myself. That habit has gone, so that's good. When I do go back on Facebook, which will be after the election, I'm going to restrict myself to 3 days a week of going on there. I think it'll probably be Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays, something like that. I try to keep offline Saturdays, so that's been positive. Looking to next week then, I'm hoping that I will be able to get the second draft of Black Death London finished. Now, because of the election, my son is at home on Thursday, so it's going to be a bit of a bitty week in terms of actual focused writing days. So I'll have Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So I'm going to try and get as much done as I can of Temperance, which will be the next book in the Ravenglass Chronicles. And then I need to start planning for next year. So that should be fun and exciting. I think my Ravenglass box set doing well has given me a boost and the confidence that actually I am on the right track here. So that's great. Finally, if you want to support me on Patreon, you can. It's patreon.com/John Cronshaw Author. So I've been posting stories, I've been posting chapters and articles, uploading exclusive audio and things like that. So please do check that out. It's patreon.com/John Cronshaw Author. So until next time, cheerio.